Hi guys and welcome to today's video, which is the first time I'm recording like a proper video, which is not a moving in vlog in my new house. So welcome to the new recording slash office slash whatever we're calling that room. Bear with me for the background, which I'm still trying to figure out how I want to put my recording setup. This is absolutely not ideal because it's absolutely in the middle of the room, so there's no way I can leave that standing here the whole time, even when I'm not recording. So yeah, I need to figure something out. But for now, because the lighting is so horrible, I need to film like right under the light, because that's actually the room with the worst light ever. So yeah, I'm working on fixing that. And also today it's snowing outside, so there's like zero natural light outside the window. So yeah, bear with me with the lighting. So yeah, today is me going back to proper video. I know it's been a while, bear with me guys. It's gonna be a fun one, I promise. Today is a story time, as you can probably tell if you read the title, because I realized that I was doing this series on my old blog, which was forever ago. It was a series called Reasons Why I'm a Fail, or something like that. It was written in French, and it was inspired by Daniel Howell's series called Reasons Why I'm a Fail. So yeah, because actually, you may or may not know, I'm a failure, as in like, I can't function as a normal human being. So I've decided to turn this little like blog series into a video series because it could be quite fun. Actually, I'm not promising it's going to be a series. This episode is quite a fun one. I don't know if I'm going to make any other episode. But yeah, let's get into today's story. So, as you may or may not know, I'm an archer. I do archery. I've been doing archery since about, I was like around 15, so that's over 10 years from now. Yeah, getting old. And one year, which I think was 2000, it's either 2011 or 2013, or maybe 2012. It's somewhere between those years. I was fortunate enough to go shoot at Nîme Indoor Tournament, which is a world tournament. So archers from all over the world go to Nîmes, which is in the south of France, and shoot for big indoor shoot-off. It's actually a stage of the World Cup competition for people that are actually good enough to be in the World Cup, which was not my case. But I was shooting there just to like measure myself to other archers, and yeah, just for the experience of such a major tournament. So I was really excited, obviously. And it's something that you get there on the Friday, you have shoot-offs, well, not really shoot-off, but like practice shooting on the Friday evening. Then you go to your hotel, then you have the, what's that called, like the bracket phase on the Saturday. So there's actually like 2 buildings because there's so many archers, and there's like almost 100 targets in each building. So it's really, really big. So you go on the Saturday to the shoot-off, and then if you rank good enough, you are going through the final phases on Sunday. I didn't do good enough to be qualified for the Sunday like final phases, but I had loads of fun Friday and Saturday shooting. But, plot twist, that was after that misadventure happens. So, let me walk you through what happens if you get there. There's a huge parking lot, and then you have to go to the main building, which is where they have like registration and stuff like that. And then at registration, they say, like they tell you, are you going to the building number 1, building number 2, whatever, and they basically tell you where to go to like put your stuff together and then get ready for the shooting. So I didn't park, I was not driving, but my dad or whoever was driving, I think it was my coach probably, parked in the parking lot, and then everyone started heading, like it was me and several other archers qualified like within my club. So there's probably like 4 of us, and we're all walking towards the registration building, like the first main building, all walking there, and suddenly I realized I don't have my glasses. Now, I don't wear them like all the time, I don't need them, like I do need them, but if I'm not doing something like very precise or that requires reading, I don't actually wear them. Basically I wear them for archery and driving. I wasn't driving, so they were not on my face, and I was about to shoot, so I needed them. And I realized, oh, I left my glasses in the car. No big deal, go ahead guys, I'll just run back to the car, grab my glasses, that was a word, and meet you back in the building. All is fine. So I go back to the car by myself, and I'm around like 20 something years old, between 18 to 20 years old. It's completely fine to be by yourself on a parking lot at this age. So I walk back to the car, grab my glasses, and then walk back to the main building. At this point, when I enter, the security guy just like checks everything, like if I don't have a bomb or whatever. Let me enter the building, and I realize that my team is nowhere to be seen. There's several like desks with letters of the alphabet that you have to go through. So it's like A to F, G to whatever, and whatever to Z. So you know where to get your registration paper. And that's the only thing I know. It's like a huge hall with nothing but like those 3 desks and a few people waiting. And my team is not here. So I'm like, okay, maybe they already got in. And apparently that's because they didn't want, for some reason, they didn't want anyone like standing around and waiting in the main hall. Like you get there, you register, and then you move on. So yeah, I was like, maybe they got through, like for the time it took me to get back to the car, they got through security and stuff and they're already inside. No big deal, I'm gonna register by myself. So I go to the registration desk, sign the papers, they give me my accreditation, everything's fine. And the lady is like, shooting hole number 3 or I think it was number 3. Anyway, go that way. So I go that way and I'm like, surely my team got sent to the same building, because like, first of all, in the team of people shooting, there's my dad, so we have the same last name, obviously. And so he should be like somewhere near me in the alphabetical order. So he should be in my shooting room. And if it's not by name, if it's by category, I knew a girl in my category. So I was like, that's okay, I'll find someone. So I enter this room, and you have to realize that everyone is getting ready at the same time, in the same space. And basically in this room you have the shooting space, which is like about the size of a handball field thingy, I'd say. Then you have a little area that is probably as long as the shooting range. But that's like 3 to 4 meters wide. It's really narrow. So there's a lot of people walking here. But to put your bow together and like to actually get ready, you have to get on the stairs. So there's like, what is it called? Tribunes? There are places where you sit to watch a game. And people are actually getting ready in the stairs, which is, if you've put together a bow in the past, it's really not convenient because you have to like balance a lot of things in a stair, basically. So I'm here with my bow on my back, which is huge. Like, if you've seen my bow back, it's like you're a turtle, basically. It goes up here, down to your butt, and it's like probably 20 centimeters thick. More than that, maybe. I don't know, but you feel like a turtle, like a giant turtle moving around. I have my glasses, but I still can't see shit, and I can't see my team. I'm walking around like, oh, where's my team, where's my team? When suddenly, all hell breaks loose. Like, you're gonna think that I'm making a big deal out of it. It is a big deal. It's like if you take a child in the street and punch it in the face. It's not your kid, and even if it is your kid, you have absolutely no right to punch a kid in the face. But in archery, that's what it feels like. I, at full velocity, kicked a bow, like my foot tripped on a bow limb. And the bow just went like, ooh, and somehow, thank God, I caught it. So it didn't fail. But I had kicked a bow of someone who I didn't know. So I was terrified and already looking up, still like holding the bow, not letting go because I'm afraid it's gonna fall or whatever. So I'm holding that bow that I just kicked. Let me emphasis on that. I just kicked that bow. If you didn't understand, that's a big deal. I'm looking around for the owner of the boat, already apologizing a billion times in a minute, like sorry. It's going so fast out of my mouth. When I see, looking at me, and I kid you not, Ho Jin Yek. I don't know if it's how you pronounce his name, but basically this guy still is, but the Olympic champion. Yep, he is a big deal. He's like several times world champion. At the time he was the best archer in the world. Olympic champion, did I say that? Like, I kicked the Olympic champion's bow. Wow. So I'm looking at him. I'm starstruck, obviously, because, hello, he's the Olympic champion. And also I'm like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I kicked the Olympic champion's bow. What the hell? So basically, I think I'm gonna get disqualified, or I think I'm gonna get in trouble, or I don't know what's going through my mind, but panic, like complete panic is going through my mind. That's what's happening. And he just looks at me, like hands out his hand, because I'm still holding his bow. So of course I let go. I'm like, oh, here you go. Take your bow, please, Mr. Ho Jin Yang. I'm trying so hard to apologize and then figure out what to do in my mind. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? Because basically what's happening is I didn't break anything. So really, it's okay, everything's fine. And also, because this guy is Ho Jin Yang, he probably has like 2 other bow in his bag or wherever at his hotel. So it's okay. And also, because he's Ho Jin Yang, he's probably not even paying for his boat. Like, sponsors just like give that to him. So it's okay, but at the same time it's not. So I'm still apologizing a billion times per minute. I'm like, sorry. And he just goes, no problem. Or not no problem, but with like the worst accent, I'm sorry, but like the worst Asian accent in the world. It's got, not a problem. That was Russian, I'm sorry. I don't know how to make Asian accent. And he just grabs his bows and leaves. And I'm like, oh my god, I need to sit down. I'm panicking. So I take a minute to like recollect my thoughts, put my bow back together, and like put myself back together as well. And eventually I find the rest of my team, and I'm like, okay, surely, that's the most traumatizing thing that can happen, right? Right? Boy, was I wrong. That was not the end of my trouble. So a few hours, maybe not a few hours, but the time goes by. We put our bows together, we go to like practice and warm-ups and stuff. Everything's going very smoothly. I'm still like recovering. My heart is still like up there. My heart rate, not my heart is in here. That's alright. Tangent Mel. So everything is kind of going back down for me in terms of like emotional trauma, where I see Brady Ellison. To me, this guy is the best archer in the world. Will always be. He's my favorite archer. He is the reason why I started competitive archery. I absolutely adore him. Like, if you have, like everyone in sport had like a favorite player or whatever, he's mine, Brady Ellison. And I see him like 3 meters away, because obviously he's shooting as well, because he's Brady Ellison, he's going to be in the World Cup, right? So I see him like 3 meters away and I'm like, oh my god, it's Brady Ellison. I can't function right now. I'm fangirling, but like inside my mind, because I'm not saying anything to him. And my dad obviously noticed, and he goes, oh, that's Brady Ellison, you should go and ask for an autograph. Which is like what you're supposed to do as a fangirl, right? You get an autograph, maybe get a picture or whatever. I was so scared, I was terrified. So I'm like, no, I shouldn't. And then my dad just told me, what if it's the only time in your life you're gonna see him? And boy, he was right. So far, I haven't seen him anywhere else. So I'm kind of glad I did ask for his autograph. Yeah, autograph, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like remembering a very traumatic experience. So yeah, that's quite hard. Anyway, so I grab my notebook and the pen in my bag. and I'm like going over what I want to say, which is basically, hey, I'm a big fan and it would be amazing if you could just sign my notebook, please. That's kind of nice. I mean, I don't know, that's a good phrase to say, right? So I go up to him and my English just disappears. Out of the window, I don't know how to English anymore. Not like, maybe I make a few mistakes, blah, blah, blah. I don't know any English anymore. That's just gone. Bye. So I goes, hey, hello, is possible, maybe, please sign. Yep, those were the actual words that got out of my mouth in front of Brady Ellison. And I think, I don't even know if he heard me because of the noise and stuff, but I think he saw the pen and notebook and he just got it because he's used to it, so he just signed my notebook, which I still have it, it's somewhere downstairs. I'll put it in the video if I can manage to find it. I know where it is. So yeah, I'm like super proud to have that because I love him and I admire his work in archery, but also, what? So there you go, that was my time at Nîme Archery Indoor Tournament. I actually ranked 123rd out of everyone that was here. That's not too bad, I think. I did a very good first match. And then I ended up, I remember that, I ended up against a woman from Switzerland who completely destroyed me and also like did something that you're not supposed to do. She exited the shooting line by like turning like that, and her quiver with the remaining arrows just like latched onto my belt. Not like knocked my arrows, because I'm right-handed and she was left-handed, which means that we are shooting in front of each other, right? So she turned and like that happens, that arrows brushes like that against each other. So that happens, that's okay, I don't mind. But her arrows actually like hooked under my belt and pulled me away as I was shooting. So obviously I missed that arrow completely, and the referee was somehow looking away at that time and didn't see the action. So yeah, I didn't get anything and she wasn't blamed or anything, so I just lost. That's it. So yeah, that was my story of me going to an international tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed and laughed at me a little bit. I'm going back to trying to make more videos. I know I say that at the end of each video, but I'm really trying this time because I'm trying to like set up my things. So I just wanted to like have a nice chill videos where I just talked about stuff that make me laugh. It's not scripted or anything, so it probably makes no sense. Also, I'm really tired, so I'll make a lot of English mistakes, so sorry about that. I will try to improve, as always, especially with the lighting quality. I'm working on that. I ordered a ring light, so should get better. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Let me know if you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you want more of my failures at life. I'm sure you guys laughed a lot because yeah, that's what people do. People fail and other people laugh at them. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new to get notified when I post new videos, which is not very often, so don't worry, you won't get drowned under notifications. You can subscribe to my channel to be notified when that happens. You can also hit the like button and comment if you want. That gives me like feedback and stuff on what I'm doing, which is always nice. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye bye!